Hey, it's Nathan with CrazyEyeMarketing.com. In this video, we're going to take a look at the marketing area within ClickFunnels 2.0. And the marketing area is where you do all of your email marketing. So this could be broadcast messages or marketing automations as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. So let's go to marketing here. And I'm assuming you've already set up your marketing settings, like you've already set up your address and your email addresses and all that type of stuff. If not, I have another video on it. It's called like basic settings or something. Link in the description down below if you need to go ahead and set up your email accounts first. But if you've done that, then you should see the options for like workflow and broadcasts and email templates and so on. So first things first, let's go ahead and start with the email templates because it's nice to have a template to build off of. That way all your emails look uniform. So here I am under email templates, and we can go ahead and create a new template right here. So we'll do create template, and this will just be my Crazy Eye Media template. And I'm not going to have a subject on the default. I'll just go ahead and do create template. And it is kind of like a page builder here. You see the elements you can go ahead and add to your email, and it's pretty much drag and drop, so simple stuff to understand. I'm going to go ahead and throw an image in here, and I'm going to browse for my images and upload my Crazy Eye Marketing logo, and I'll go ahead and insert that. And then I can click on it and have some additional settings over here, so I can adjust the width and the alignment and stuff like that. But what I'm really looking for is the action here. So I want to go ahead and open a web page. So this would bring people back to my website here, CrazyEyeMarketing.com. And I think all that looks good. I may have to adjust the padding or something in a few minutes. We'll see how it looks with other content in here. Let's go ahead and let's pull that back out. The next thing I want to go ahead and do is throw in a paragraph right here. So this is going to be my paragraph block. Hello. And we can add merge tags as well. So this would automatically pull information from your customers' profiles. So we have like their first name, last name, email, phone, etc. So I'm just going to throw their first name in there. And there we go. Hello. This is the content. So remember, I'm making a template. I'm going to have a signature block. Have a great one, Nathan. And as you can see, this is a WYSIWYG editor, so you can go ahead and make stuff bold if you want to, or italicized, or there's different options. You could add some emojis if you need to do something like that. And it's all pretty self-explanatory. Now over here, I'm going to go ahead and change my link color to the Crazy Eye Marketing orange. There we go. And also you could go ahead and change your font families and font weights and all the type of stuff that you want to do to make it look unique to your particular business. And since I am working on a template, I'm going to add a couple other elements in here. So let's go back to content, and I'm going to add a button. Now, of course, the button doesn't make sense where it is currently, but if I'm working on an email and I want to have a button in it, well, then I have a button already designed in the right color and everything, and I can just easily plug and play. So let's go ahead and update it. So here it is, and I'm going to go ahead and change the color of my button to my Crazy Eye Marketing orange color. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and make this a bold font, and I'm not going to add any link to it because it's just like a dummy button right now. Let's keep scrolling down, see what else options we have. I'm going to go ahead and add a border real quick, and I'm going to make it a black border. There we go. And all that looks good to me for my purposes here. Also, I want to point out that you can add rows in your emails if you want to. So right now I just have, one column, and there's other options here for, 3 columns and so on. So you can make your emails nice and fancy and pretty and all that type of stuff if you want to. I'm going to go back to content here and see if there's anything else I might want to add. So maybe I want to add some social to my email as well down here in the footer. So we can have a link to my Facebook page, my Twitter or X, Instagram, and maybe LinkedIn if I have it. Or I can add a new icon, and there's different ones to go ahead and choose from. So if I want to link to my Vimeo account, I could go ahead and do that here. Or like YouTube, I have a YouTube account, so I want to add a link there. I can arrange it. Now my email template contains my social medias as well. Let's come over to settings here, and there's some general settings for my email, so I could change the content width right here. The default is 500, and I think that looks probably the cleanest. You could also center or left align your content, your background color, and here's the default link color. Maybe I'll make that my Crazy Eye Marketing orange. And there we go. So I have a template that I like that I can work with for my future emails. So I'm going to go ahead and publish and exit, and then we are good to go right here. So up next, we can do broadcast messages or also workflows. I'm going to go to broadcast first. So a broadcast email is a one-time email that you manually send or you manually schedule and send. So that way, if you want to send a promotional email that you have going on or something like that, you can go ahead and send that out. Or you wrote a new blog post. That's a better option. You wrote a new blog post and you want to send it out to your audience, then you can go ahead and send a broadcast message. Whereas workflow is your automated marketing messages. So that would be like if somebody requested a lead magnet and then you're sending them that lead magnet and then you want to try to sell them on a product as well. That would probably be a workflow compared to a broadcast would be when you want to let somebody know of something, like right now, like there's a sale, you wrote a new blog post, launched a new video, something like that. So anyway, we'll go ahead and create a broadcast, and this one will be new video. And we'll go ahead and create the broadcast. And first things first, we need to go ahead and design our email. So I'm going to go ahead and click right here. And I want to go to my templates that I just created. And I'm going to click on my Crazy Eye Media template. So select template. And then I'll go ahead and fill in my email. So hello, contact first name. I just recorded a new video I think you'd like. And let's go ahead and look at this content right here. There is a video, so I'm going to go ahead and drag it over here. And then I can go ahead and link to that video. And you can see that it automatically pulled in like the picture from YouTube. So it's right there in my email and it has a play button in there. I can go ahead and change how it looks as well. So we have round solid, and that looks good. Play color icon, I'm going to do a dark one. And icon size, let's make it a little bit bigger so that way it stands out. And I think that all looks great. And I'm not going to include this button element right here, so I'll click on it, and I can go ahead and click the trash can to delete it. Yes, I'm sure I want to delete it. Now I do want to add my signature down below, so I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this, drag it down here, and I'll say, see ya later, Nathan. And I think that looks like an amazing email that people will want to read. So we'll go ahead and click on publish and exit. And the next thing we have are broadcast topics. And if we hover over this I, it gives us a definition. So give your broadcast a topic that indicates what kind of content you'll cover in your email. You can attach multiple topics to one email. Your contacts can subscribe, unsubscribe to topics. So topics are kind of like the way to make email lists within ClickFunnels. And if you click here, you'll notice that there's only one topic. And if you try and type one in, so new YouTube videos, and press enter or something, like it won't let you add a new topic from here. What you actually have to do is go to marketing settings, and then you have topics up here. And now we can go ahead and create a new topic or list for your ClickFunnels 2.0 customers. So I'm going to do new YouTube videos. And the description is only for you and your team members, so only if you want, you need to keep it straight, but that's pretty descriptive, I think. So I'll just go ahead and create a topic. And now I can come back to my broadcast, open up my new video broadcast, and I need to go ahead and edit this broadcast. And now I can go ahead and select new YouTube videos. So that's a type of emails people will receive if they want to belong to this topic. Up next, I have the audience I want to send it to. So right now there's 8 people who receive this broadcast, but I can go ahead and edit the audience as well. And there's different filtering I can go ahead and perform in order to create the audience that I want. For example, we have last activity is on or after 12/13/2023. So basically anybody that's been active within my business in the last month. So that way, hopefully, it's only been a month. Hopefully they still remember like who my business is. But there's other categories as well. Like if you want to send it only to people enrolled in a certain course, or a certain first name, which would be kind of random, or lifetime value. So if you want to only email your high ticket people, you could do that. Owns different products, purchased different products, unsubscribed, and I don't know if you want to email unsubscribed people, but there is that option. Or if they viewed different funnel steps or viewed product pages. So there's a bunch of different ways you can filter who to include or not include Tags is a very popular one, especially if you're big on tagging your customers and you want to keep track of them. It's a good way to organize your customers and leads and everything like that is with tags. Or people that have canceled a recurring product, you might want to email them and be like, hey, one-time offer, it's half off or lifetime access or something. Sky's the limit. But you can go ahead and create a filter. I'm going to go ahead and leave it blank right there. And then we have our from information, so you can select your from email address and name. So your subject line, of course, this is what hopefully gets people to open it. And so I'll go ahead and type out a subject line. Video explains sales funnel techniques. And then I have the sending option, so I can go ahead and send immediately, or I can schedule it to send at a later date. So of course that just depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Then there's smart sending right here. So optimize delivery and open rates and keep the email service providers happy by sending over a period of time. So this way it sends a certain number of emails over a period of hours or whatever else. I don't mess with the customize, but want to keep those email service providers happy so your emails don't wind up in spam. And so once you're happy with everything, you can go ahead and hit update broadcast. And what I usually do is click on send test first, so that way I can check the email in my own account to make sure it is showing exactly like I think it should. So I'll go ahead and send myself a test real quick. And done. So here's my test email right here. Now this contact first name will be replaced with the actual customer or lead name, so that'll automatically update. And then I see my content. They click here. It should bring them to the YouTube video, which it does. So that is awesome. Things seem to be working within my funnel here. So what I would then do is I would come back to edit broadcast. And then I would go ahead and double check my send options, and then I would go ahead and schedule my broadcast in this case. Or if I was sending immediately, I would go ahead and click on immediately and then schedule broadcast, and it would go out. Now, since this is just a dummy email, I'm not going to actually schedule the broadcast, but you can see how it all works together and how you can test it out and how it's delivered and looks like and all that type of stuff. So that is how to send a broadcast email. The next thing we want to cover in this video are the workflow emails. So this would be the email automations. Now I did create one already with one of my lead magnets. So if you watch my lead magnet funnel video, you saw me create a workflow there. But we'll go ahead and create another one from scratch in this particular video. So add new workflow. And this one will be lead magnet delivery sell product. So we're going to try and do a couple different things in here so I can show you some different functions and features within the workflow settings. Now we can select the run type. So we can run multiple runs per contact. So simultaneous, meaning the contact can enter this workflow, multiple times and be going through it multiple times at once. Or they could enter it multiple times, but it would be queued up. So they'd have to get through it first before it goes through again and again. Or maybe you only want to run it one per contact. And in this case, I'm just going to run it once per contact. So the initial time that they sign up for that lead magnet, then they'll be entered into this workflow. So we'll go ahead and do create workflow. And first things first, we need to go ahead and set a trigger to start this automation or workflow. So I'll do add a trigger, and I'm going to make it active. And we need to go ahead and select what we want. So there's a bunch of different options here, like applied tag. So if a tag is applied to their profile, then we want to trigger this workflow. And again, a lot of people use tags for keeping things organized. I know that's how I personally do it because I'm used to using ActiveCampaign, and I use a lot of tags in ActiveCampaign. So everything I do in ClickFunnels is tagged. But there are other triggers you could do, like a purchase successful or a subscription canceled or an opt-in in this case. Or you could do it if somebody views a certain page. But we'll do opt-in. And then we need to go ahead and select what funnel we're looking for an opt-in on, which I have my lead magnet funnel right here. And then what page am I looking for? And this page right here. So if they go and they opt in on my lead magnet funnel through this page, well then I want to go ahead and trigger this automation. And then we have anonymous contacts. So yes, I will allow anonymous contacts to enter this automation as well. We'll create the trigger. And it gives me a summary basically of everything. So I'll go ahead and click on close. And there we go, my trigger is active. Up next, what I want to go ahead and do is look at some of my options. So I could go ahead and send an email or send an asset. So both of these could be relevant for my lead magnet delivery. There's also a bunch of different workflow settings here. Like we have conditional split path, split test, delays, trigger another workflow. We could end it. We could set a conditional goal. Here's a bunch of tags stuff. So adding or removing tags or adding notes, or we can go ahead and notify ourselves. Like if a customer reaches a certain area in the workflow, we could enroll them in courses or unenroll them, or grant them access to communities or remove them from communities. Additionally, there's third-party integration, so we could integrate with like ActiveCampaign if we want to do that. Or if you're familiar with webhooks, you could go ahead and pass information with the webhook. So it's actually a very, very sophisticated workflow system. It's almost up to like ActiveCampaign level. Now, ActiveCampaign specializes in marketing automation, so ActiveCampaign is definitely above ClickFunnels 2.0. However, ClickFunnels 2.0 is quite competitive when it comes to marketing automation. I think it's a really solid platform, and it's definitely better than their old version, which was Actionetics, which was, I think, terrible. But this is much better. I like the drag and drop builder and everything else. But let's go ahead and send an email first. And we're going to go to My Templates. And I'll go ahead and choose my template here. And here's your lead magnet. I'll go ahead and change the name of it. Lead Magnet Delivery. Here's the pre-headline. Open the email to access your lead magnet. And we'll go ahead and send it from my email address and create. And then it has a little warning message right here because we need to go ahead and edit the template. And now I can go ahead and add my content. So hello, first name, click here to download your lead magnet. And then I can go ahead and make it bold, add a link. We'll just do a pound sign and we'll do OK. And then for whatever reason, my name popped up on that line. So we'll put that space in there. I don't need the button, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Delete. Okay, there is my super awesome email. We'll go ahead and publish it, and then we'll go ahead and back out of here. All right, so somebody signs up, they get their lead magnet, and then the next thing I want to go ahead and do is try and sell a product as well. So I'm going to go ahead and add a delay right here. So delay, and I want to wait 1 day before I, spam the person. So we'll go ahead and wait 1 day after sending the lead magnet. Then we'll add another plus, and we'll do a conditional split path here. And we'll go ahead and set up our conditions. So we want to go ahead and filter people. So we want to filter them if they did or did not buy a product. So let's look in here. So owns product. So is ClickFunnels 2.0 course. So if they own the ClickFunnels 2.0 course, they'll go down the yes line. Otherwise, they'll go down the no line. So we'll go ahead and hit submit. So if they own the 2.0 course, we're not going to do anything. But if they don't own the ClickFunnels 2.0 course, we're going to want to send them an email. So we'll go ahead and send an email. And we'll use our template again. And buy the Funnels 2.0 course. Learn everything you could ever know. And then we'll select our email address here and create. And then it gives us that warning again because we need to actually update our template. And hello, I think you would really like the ClickFunnels 2.0 course that I have for sale. Click the button below to check it out. All right, so then I would go find my funnel or my product here, and there's my product page, and I would go ahead and link my button here to my product page, and I think that this looks super awesome and it will motivate people to buy my ClickFunnels course. So I published it, and now I'll back out of here, and then I would go ahead and we would go ahead and delay. So we might wait another day here, and then I might go ahead and add a tag to the individual, tag contact, add tag ready for broadcasts. So then I would go ahead and add that and create a step. So now when I'm sending broadcast messages, I could be looking for a tag ready for broadcast, and that way I could filter people. So that way if somebody is going through this lead magnet delivery workflow and being sold on my ClickFunnels course, then I wouldn't want to be sending them broadcast emails and distracting them. And this delay probably should belong down here instead. So let me go ahead and try and drag it, grab it right here, and drag it down there. So now that makes a little more sense. So now they sign up, lead magnet's delivered. If it's a no, we're going to wait a day, then send them an email about my ClickFunnels 2.0 course. And we don't need this delay then, so we'll delete that one. And then they'll receive the tag ready for broadcast. Whereas if they already purchased my ClickFunnels 2.0 course, they'll just get the lead magnet and then they'll be ready for broadcast again. So that is my current automation, and you can see there's lots of options and ways to go ahead and separate people out and send emails and all that type of stuff. So a lot of ways to do it. Once you're happy with it, you want to make sure that you activate it, otherwise that's not going to work. So you can go ahead and slide this little bar right here to enable. And now this workflow is enabled, so anytime anyone opts in on my lead magnet page based off of my trigger settings here, they will start this automation or this workflow. And hopefully you get an idea of how this all works. Again, you can get very sophisticated with these workflows and do all sorts of crazy cool stuff. Like my strategy is to have like a general straight line that just delivers content to people. And as soon as they show interest in a particular topic, for example, I send 3 emails, every other day about Facebook. And then I notice people are clicking on links to my Facebook articles. Well, then I know that they're interested in Facebook, and then I might put them in another funnel or automation that's recommending my Facebook ads course to them. And I'll call that method interest-based marketing, but you can do all that type of stuff within the automations depending on how you filter people, either with tags or other elements. And I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, I appreciate any sorts of likes, comments, subscribes, and or please head over to crazyeyemarketing.com, and I hope you have a great rest of the day.